Kia ora. Marama Fox.
Tēnā koe te mana whakawā. O tira ki te whare nei te mihi atu ki a koutou. Ai, e maha ngā kōrero ko puta mai ngā rangi kua hipa atu o ngā tūru e wātea nei. Kai he rā te hunga o Paremata nei te whakarongo ki tēnei kōrero hōhonu nei, tēnei kōrero tuatahi nei. Well, kai konei Māori mā, wetahi o a tātou whanaunga o tēnā o ngā pāti. Hioi anō rā koe rā te wero ki a tātou katoa. Mr. Speaker, to understand who maintains the mana of the Whanganui River, one must return to its source to hear the ancient verse. Puhaina tongariro e rere nei Whanganui, ko te wai inu tēnā o rua tipua I mua e. The wisdom of the river is found through two primary tupuna, rua tipua and pairangi I te whare toka. Ngā wai inu o rua tupua ēnā, ngā manga iti, ngā manga nui e hono kauana ka hono ka tupu hei awa tupua. To many New Zealanders, a connection to our rivers is a treasured part of our identity. It reminds us of summers gone by, of recreation and pleasure and childhood memories and adventures on rapids. But to the people who fill our galleries today, there is something more. A river runs through their veins, a river of whakapapa, of sacred significance, a river that brings together the genealogies and legacies of a people who have swum, washed, played, prayed, dived, paddled, and travelled Te Awa Tupua as the central artery of their tribal heart. The people are drawn to the river to cleanse and purify, to bless and heal, or to give strength and resolve. For Te Kuia Pēti, while growing up, she stated that the river was the lifeblood of my life. It had a wairua, and she contended that it healed, purified, and sustained. Today then marks a significant day because it recognises the significance of the dual ownership of this spiritual connection to Te Awa Tupua, and ownership located in two key principles. Te Awa Tupua mai te kāhui maunga ki Tangaroa, an integrated view of Te Awa Tupua from the mountains to the sea. And ko au te awa, ko te awa, ko au. The health and well-being of the Whanganui River is intrinsically interconnected with the health and well-being of its people. Mr. Speaker, in ngā iwi o Whanganui, we are truly making history. This will be the first time that this nation has, by legal definition, as has been stated here today, recognised the Whanganui River, Te Awa Tupua, as a legal identity, reflecting an indivisible and living whole. That history we make today reflects the courage of those champions of the Y167 claim. The late Hikaya Mohia, the late Sir Archie John, Tātawhai Taiaroa, the late Joan Akapita, and many more, Rangi Pōmetekini and others, but if I go into them, I'll be here all day, so others. But it is a history which stretches way beyond any other settlement and legislation that has ever been heard in this House. The Y167, tabled on the 14th of October in 1990, was the latest in over a century of petition and submission dating back to 1887. That's right, 1887, when Pauro Tu Tawha and 66 others petitioned the Parliament in that day, complaining that steamers were destroying their fisheries and their eel weirs. The legacy is today with us in every word. The whakatauki that I spoke of earlier refers to the drinking fonts of Rua Tipua, the small and the large streams which flow into one another and continue to link and swell until the river is formed, Te Awa Tupua. At the second reading, one can truly feel the river flowing through the submissions we heard and the synergy created by many voices coming together as one. One of the truly awe-inspiring features of this bill is to bring so many often contrary voices contrary voices into one unified chorus. We heard from the mayors and the chief executives of the Whanganui, Ruapehu and Stratford District Council and the Horizons Regional Council. They told us of a willingness of local government to work collaboratively with the Whanganui iwi and the Crown, with each other and with the communities, giving effect to the bill. Collectively, they welcomed the innovative nature of this legislation, particularly the river as an entity represented by Te Tupua. The Quaker settlement told us that it was truly significant to have a formal recognition of the Whanganui iwi's worldview at the heart of the Awa Tupua bill. They encouraged us to remember the promises of Te Tiriti o Waitangi, and they set out an expectation of coexistence, living together, acknowledging our differences, but sitting together side by side, the foundation of a plural society. We were told that we now have the opportunity to make this shared quest a lived reality. The New Zealand Conservation Authority promoted the value system of Te Awa Tupua as being able to inform and strengthen the collaborative management of the national park as a living cultural landscape. Ngāti Rangi Trust celebrated the fact that once enacted into law, the Awa Tupua Settlement Bill, in their view, set a new global benchmark for the restoration and preservation of significant waterways. They concluded that they looked forward to supporting the Whanganui iwi relations in the years ahead to bring life to the aspirations of the many Pakeke who have fought for the awa over countless generations. Even Horizons told the Select Committee that their relationship with the Whanganui iwi has ebbed and flowed over time as the settlement of the Whanganui River has developed, and so too has their relationship. They told us that the bill speaks to the aspirations of not only Whanganui iwi, but also the communities that interconnect with the river and provide strong mechanism to ensure the mana of Te Awa Tupua is upheld and enhanced. But these are but a selection of the 30 or so multiple voices singing as one to advance Te Piri o Te Awa Tupua. Mr. Speaker, it is important that we acknowledge the sacrifice and suffering of Whanganui iwi who have endured the sustained misuse, exploitation of their ancestral waters over several decades. 14 Whanganui chiefs signed the Treaty of Waitangi in May 1814. And since that time, the Crown has systematically undermined the Whanganui River, the Whanganui iwi, their interests in the management and use of the Whanganui River, and the history will never be erased or forgotten. But today marks a significant turn in the tide of a new opportunity, a change to the lens through which people interact with and make decisions affecting Te Awa Tupua. The Kuia Julie Ranginui told the tribunal in 1994, "The river for me is like my mother, is like my father. The river is my grandfather, my grandmother. It is my tupua, my tupuna." In Schedule 8 of the bill, we are introduced to more than 240 identified ripo or rapids, their names protected and maintained by the hapu associated with each of those ripo between Taumarunui and the mouth of the river. We recall the connections to some 143 marae, once vibrant communities that shaped the river life and a life still cherished by their descendants. The people of the Awa hold that each ripo of the Whanganui River is inhabited by kaitiaki, which is particular to each hapu. The iwi and the hapu of the Whanganui look to these kaitiaki for guidance in times of joy, despair, uncertainty, and guidance and insight that they can provide, a sacred lineage and intimate connection between the river and its people. In the 23 seconds I have left, Mr. Speaker, I just want to quote this quote from Niko Tangarua. "The river and the land and its people are inseparable, and if one is affected, the other is affected also. The river is the heartbeat, the pulse of our people. Without the awa, we are nothing. And therefore, I am reminded of the kōrero when one of our elders, Taitoko Tāwhiri, said of the river, if the awa dies, we die as a people. Ka mate te awa, ka mate tātou te iwi. Mr. Speaker, we have a chance to restore Te Awa Tupua to its life-giving essence, and in doing so to gift back to the people their rightful obligations and responsibilities to the river that runs through their veins. And the Māori Party is proud and indeed humbled to support this bill, respecting their vision, their generosity and their remarkable persistence. And we commend this bill to the House.
Good.